Drum roll, please.
Diddly 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 diddly.
Let that go. Uh,
Yeah, it's the diddler.
the diddler. Yeah, that'll go right up there with the creep. Speaking of Apex Comics, because the creep is one of his characters. While we were over on Nerd Bacon earlier, uh,
Uh-huh.
and I streamed that, called it Sizzle Sizzle, uh, uh, on my channel.
Hmm.
Fembat funded.
Oh, excellent.
Got over the
Congratulations,
mark of
Apex.
$1,000 and funded. Yeah.
All right.
Hello, Bone.
Congratulations,
Bone in
Mr.
the house.
Cantrell.
Welcome to the 4 o'clock shadow
Howdy,
episode.
Bone.
It's anybody's guess. No, I know the episode number. Uh,
952.
let me see if you're correct, sir. Let's see. Today is the 5th. Yes, 9:52. Indeed. Indeed. Yes.
Indubitably.
Now we're back on track. Thursday thriller. Ooh. You could have put Tingler. The Tingler. Remember that horror movie, The Tingler?
Yeah. If I would have thought of that one, I would have put it. That would have
Yeah.
been a
Well,
little
there's
better.
always Tuesday, Texas Dave Tingler.
Eh,
Uh, Too bad
maybe
Carrie's
next
not in here.
Thursday.
She'd make something of that probably.
That's why I said if we go early, nobody's going to be here except Bone right now. So, but that's all
Yeah,
right. Might as well shock people and show up early once in a
that's right. Yeah.
while.
Fembat is standing at, as soon as it comes up here, 22 backers, $1,010,
Nice. All right.
101% funded with
Hey,
161 days to go.
Fanta in the house. Fanta, Fanta.
Well, hey, you Fanta.
Howdy,
Hey,
sweet.
everybody. She says, well, that light is just running. So go off screen. Hair's still drying from being out in the shower. But,
Glowing.
uh, hitting the funding goal unlocked the Fembat, uh, large Fembat, and I have one, an example of one. I don't have it here handy, of course, but it's a
Ah,
free
of
giant
course.
Fembat bookmark.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've got one of those.
And you get a free Fembat magnet at 2,500. So, unless
Nice.
he
Oh,
changes the stretch goals, he's got them stretching. That's for sure. And
you got 'em
that's what
stretched out.
Justin did with my stretch goals. And I was like, man, I mean, I get it, but I also want to produce stuff and show,
Yeah,
you
but
know,
you want to make sure you got enough money to produce it too. So
yeah, but I think they should be realistic goals.
I don't know. Yeah, I
I mean, you're going to have enough money, especially the way I went, right? I'm charging 25 per book and it won't cost me that much to print the
right.
books, but
I
yeah.
mean, but you want to make something to turn over into the next project, so
Uh,
it's not,
exactly. And we talked a little bit about that on Nerd Bacon and that was mentioned. And also, they advised him to keep it black and white. And absolutely, I think Fembat should be black and white. You can have a color cover, but you're going to increase your cost if you have any color in the book whatsoever.
yeah,
Uh,
that's true.
you you know double the cost
I,
maybe, or I don't know.
and like I said, to me, it's not an issue, but a lot of people, they want
Well, I
color in
think
it.
I think when you look at it in the art style and it works better in gothic black and white with gray tone. Just some may need that, but he's got a lot of detail. Thank you, Carrie. I can't share any lizard representation. Well, I guess I could share screen, but
Yeah, you
uh,
can share
I'll
your
take a look at
screen.
what you got for me. And
Pop it up there, Rex. I'll pop her up.
mhm, get over
Yep,
there
yep.
to it. Thank you for that. Uh, oh wow. Okay, that's a Lego lizard.
No, cool.
I'll share screen and you'll see what I see. That's a
Man,
neat little build of Lego. Look at that.
Oh no. Oh,
Little
that's
Lego
cool.
lizard. It is cool. It looks lifelike, doesn't it?
Yeah, it looks like a little bearded dragon.
It's got a gray frill. I don't know why they put the gray frill on there.
But I think it's supposed to be a bearded dragon. My buddy used to
Okay.
raise those.
Okay. Do they
Yeah.
have gray like that?
They I mean, it depends on the lizard. They're kind of different colors and stuff. But yeah, I've seen some with some gray on them. But yeah, they kind of look like that. Not quite. They don't have the bright orange face though. The live ones I've seen, they're more like the color of the legs and stuff all the way through.
Yeah. Very neat.
Well, pretty cool
That's
though.
very neat. Fanta says, so sorry I can't see hey to say hey individually. I love you all. Carrie's here just to let you know. Fanta Bone was here earlier. Hopefully he's still with us.
Yep.
We went a little bit early today. Threw you a little
Yeah,
curveball. Hey. I have the premise for the Midnight Pulp, and I came up with that about an hour and a half before broadcast time. It comes to you when it comes to you, you know.
I heard you talking about something, I think, on Nerd Bacon, but I don't know if that's what you're talking about.
I was just talking about the drawn in tier, you know, like I have been, you know.
Oh, right.
If you get the drawn in tier, you become a permanent character in
right.
In
well, no, you were saying something else about incorporating like Midnight's name into the like how the characters appeared or something somehow.
Oh yeah, I think that was on my earlier stream that you were listening.
Oh, was that the one this morning? Okay.
Yeah, the wakey wakey.
The wakey one. All right. Yeah, I get him. Well, I get him confused. You know.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm with you every day, Rex.
Oh, I know, man. You know, you whistle while you work.
That's right.
And I've decided Russ Leach is going to do a midnight cover for me.
Oh, very nice.
And then and I'll have to talk to Russ about this. You know, I'm sure he'll be fine with that. And what convinced me was on Nerd Bacon. See, we're shifting. We're doing a Jinsaki. We're going back and forth from my wakey to my sizzle sizzle. But anyway, those were the titles of my streams. But
when's Rolling coming, Rex? Saturday?
We haven't. Okay, sidetracked. Anyway,
I'm sorry.
That's fine. I'll get to her questions. Roland is not scheduled on the schedule yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Saturday we're having on.
Oh, it's Patrick. That's right.
Yeah, Patrick Quinlan, and then Godfo the next Saturday. I'm trying to get with his rider. You know, to get both of them on.
Right.
I haven't tried that hard. I have to go through my email or his email for that. So I just haven't set anything up yet with Roland. Gotcha. But we'll get both of them on hopefully at the same time and meet a new person besides Roland.
There you go.
His writer of his new project. So, and he was saying, you know, in a week or two anyway. So that
works. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Anything else? It seems like my office party is the 13th at 6 o'clock. So
really? Okay.
Overstream that. I get free seafood.
They haven't announced if we're doing a Christmas party at work or not this year yet.
Yeah, ours is never really Christmas. It's just like a get together, and you know, we used to do it like right after the season, which made more sense to me. Why wait? Well, in this case, 2 months to do it. I guess they kind of rolled it into a Christmas thing. Not that they give out presents or anything. I mean, I guess that's, you know, here's our Christmas present to you. We give you a free meal, you know, and a word of appreciation. I will be interested to see if I get an award this year. I've never gotten an award. Not that they give out awards, you know, of service or anything, recognition that often, but there's been a couple people, you know.
Right.
And I've been with the company 12 years, so kind of be nice. But
yeah, it would be nice. Man. Give you a little something, something.
Yeah. Anyway, let's get off the rolling thing. Okay, yes. Yeah, I decided that okay. I've vacillated, went back and forth. Okay, wanting to get Russ, something challenging, something, and then I was on Sizzle and saw some of the pages from the Atlantean, which he's shown on the show before, even before it was, when it was still being worked on before they launched it, because it was 100% done when they launched it. They're getting ready for Phil. The second King Cole story, totally original by Randy Zimmerman, and
didn't he say he's going to run that again, like a second chance on FMC?
They are on Fund My Comic right now.
Oh, they're on Fund My Comic right now. Okay, never mind.
They might run the Shadow Kingdom, the first one, as a second chance. I don't know.
Okay, man. I don't know. I thought I heard him say something about
and then again, that might be up on the campaign. I haven't really looked. We haven't looked at that campaign that much.
Right.
I know it's.
I don't know. I thought I heard him say something on one of the shows you were on earlier. It must have been a Nerd Bacon about number 2, and putting it up. Okay. I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe
Randy
it was
brought the Atlantean up, and Russ was out in the chat.
Oh, okay. It was, who was it? Randy? You said?
He was kind of Randy Zimmerman, the writer of the Atlantean.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
He took one of the 3 Cole stories for the first one, which was Shadow Kingdom, and adapted it. That was the very first Cole story. And then this one is the Atlantean is an all new story. And eventually they'll get around to doing the other 2 stories that were written back in the day. But for now, they're going to do sort of break into some original stuff and set some stuff up, I guess, with the characters.
Right.
So,
those were so he did the one Robert E. Howard story, and then an original. They're going to do a couple originals, and then
Shadow Kingdom was original. Yeah, I mean, no, Shadow Kingdom was originally published by the creator of the character. Yes.
Right. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Let's see. Which one do we want to look at?
I forget where you.
The Atlantean. Let me do a search for that. Sometimes it's just better to do.
Yeah.
There we go. The Atlantean, autumn 2024. I don't know why that title, but it seems like a waste. But I mean, I guess it lets you know it's running. Autumn 2024.
Right. Yeah, I'm not sure.
142 backers, $4,980. They're getting ready to hit $5,000.
Awesome.
Which is great.
5,000, I think, was the goal, wasn't it?
No, only 1,000 this time.
Oh, only 1,000? Oh, okay.
They're almost 500% funded.
Awesome.
Oh, wow. Wait a minute. This says closed 25 days ago. I mean, wow. These guys. It's closed. Wow.
It's closed? Yeah. I thought I heard him saying something about a second chance or starting it.
I mean, you're $20 from hitting $5,000 and you close it. I don't get. I just don't get why Randy and I don't. They're adamant and we're going to run this for so long. We're going to shut it down. We're going to go to print. Okay, I get it. You're churning it out, but at the same time, it's like, don't you have some personal goals? And I don't know. For people that might go, couldn't you go in demand? And maybe they did. I just don't get some of the thinking. If you could hit 5,000, why wouldn't you? Whatever. I'm going to shut up now. You're $20. 20 freaking bucks.
Dude, if they're being religious to a print schedule, they've got things in hand, they're ready to go at a certain fucking time. I can see where they just schedule it to close down in advance or whatever. This is
Yeah,
it.
and I
We're
think,
pushing the button.
as they were going to print, I
Mm,
think they did go into van for about a week or so. They don't go into van, if at all, very long. I
right.
think maybe
Which
the first
also, I mean, and that's like what Malin does. If you don't get in there,
well,
that's the collectability part
you
of
know
it.
what
You
I
got to
hate?
get in there while it's not.
Oh, damn, we're gonna get into this again. Yeah,
No, we're not.
it's all rare stuff, and I don't care if you print 60,000. It's a low print run. And it is going to be collectible.
And it's going to make it even more rare
Make it even
by
harder
having
to find my product. Okay,
exactly. So that's going to
so
drive the prices up even higher.
I did bring
Duh.
this question up in a different way, which was I compared mine. I really wasn't doing a comparison, but we've been running neck and neck with another campaign, which is made
Hmm.
about the same amount, but he is reaching a much larger readership of like over 200 readers.
Right. But he's
Sword and
also got
was it Blood and Sword,
wait,
something like that. Sword and Blood,
Blood
something.
and the Sword. It's a Richard
Blood,
Embry's project. Yeah.
right? Yes, Richard
I got the
Embry's.
first one. It was very good. I liked it a lot.
And it's a $5 book. I mean,
Right.
that's his goal, to get out to as much readership as possible. So which is better? 62 backers, and part of that is, I don't know. Uh, I
I mean, well, yeah.
get it in as many hands as possible. I think it'll pay off.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I mean, I don't know how he's pulling off $5 prices on his comics though. I mean, that's
He's
insane.
not making much. I guarantee you. I don't
No.
either. I really don't. I mean, maybe taking some of the shipping and rolling that into,
I mean, I
you
could
know,
see maybe 10 if
breaking
you,
even. But
like for, a floppy black and white, maybe you can get away with 10 and
I
still
think
make,
I don't
make a
know. Is
little
he
money.
doing his
I don't know.
colors? Is he doing it all? I mean,
I
I
think he
think he's
does
got an
everything.
art
I'm not
team.
sure though.
Yeah, I guess I could look it up on Find My Comic, but
Yeah, we'd have to look at the campaign. I believe is it Richard the writer, or does he do the writing and the art? I can't remember. Ah, crap.
we'll take a look at it here.
Yeah, he goes on a lot with Katie did over on Katie Did's channel.
Well, that's a good channel to go on.
Yeah, no, he gets some pretty good exposure with her because Katie's she really likes him,
Well,
likes
I
the book.
mean, cross pollination. I've said it before. Going over to building your own station, like John Malin says, your own channel. Yes, that's important, but also going on,
Well,
as
that's part
other
of
people
building
can.
your. Yeah, I mean, I think that's all part of building your channel. You're building a network so that
Yeah.
you can go on other people's channels, they can come on yours. You know,
Well,
I think that's the whole idea.
yeah, and well, I think that's why I think that's why Femback got funded today,
Oh yeah.
for sure.
Well, yeah, Rex got a
No
lot
doubt.
of exposure from Katie as well. She's been running his
Oh yeah,
uh,
you get your
trailer and
name
shit.
out there. If nothing else,
Hmm.
people see.
Yeah. Well, I bet you.
I'm
Yeah.
not seeing an art team on Richard's book here. Uh,
Yeah. I'm thinking he might do everything himself, dude.
yeah, and when you do that, you're savoring on coloring, and you're just saving money.
I mean,
So
that's true too. He don't have to pay if he's not paying an artist to color his, a
still, you got to
letterer.
ask yourself, would it have been, if he charged $6 or $7, would it have sold the same? I think so.
I think so.
Pretty
I
much.
think probably if he'd have charged 10, it probably would have sold the same because that's I mean still a $10 book and
Yeah.
CG is pretty low. I mean the lowest.
239 backers, $3,625 raised in a
Yeah,
year.
nice.
So he's reaching 239 people, and I'm reaching 62.
Right. So I mean you were saying, well, which is better? I mean, in the long run, it depends. I mean, if it's my character, I want as many people as possible to see him, right? Get
Right.
out there and get as many eyes on it as possible.
Yeah. And
So that,
I'm thinking of
but
pivoting
you're
and,
not in the same.
offering a better price point for people.
Right, but you're not in the same position as he is either. You got,
No,
you
and
got to pay
I'm
up
hiring
and all
out a
this.
lot of people, and yeah, I mean,
Right, you got to
it's
pay a
different.
letterer. So yeah,
Yeah,
it
I have
is.
to hire a
It is what
letterer,
it is.
and
Everybody's situation is different.
it is. It is. But now, I'm just saying, okay, that's one model to go by, right?
Oh, sure. I mean,
Hmm.
and if you can pull that off, that's great. Because I mean, everything goes to you. You're not dividing up your little nut.
Well, and if I get in the ambassadors tier, we were looking at that a little bit. Then your takeout is like 1%. And
Yeah, I
he
heard
has
that earlier. I wasn't sure what the ambassador tier was. How do
Luke.
you?
You become kind of like an admin, kind of like Justin, I think, and Hojo. Uh, Tree Goblin in the
So can
house, Pet
anybody do it, or do
Rider,
you have to have a campaign? Because I would do that for those guys if they want.
Omer Glitch in the house. I'm late. I'm trying to
They just
finish some
want
art.
somebody out dropping links and advertising for them. I do that all the time anyway.
I have no idea what you're talking about. You just, I don't know.
For Fun
You
My
lost.
Comic.
Yeah.
I asked you, can anybody do that, or do you have to have a book on the thing or whatever? Because if they're just looking for people to promote the channel,
I
drop
haven't
links,
really
do
looked
that.
into it. I really have not. I think
Okay.
you have to be
So
invited,
you make
but
it sound like I'm asking a stupid question. You don't even understand what I'm asking.
I'm not. I'm just trying to comprehend what you're saying. I lost track of what you
All
were
right,
saying.
tell me.
All on me, but don't browbeat me for it. Because I'm not browbeating you. I'm
I'm
just
not
want to
the
know
one
what you're
barking
saying.
at me, going, I don't know.
I'm not barking. All right. Okay.
All right, then.
Well, I mean,
I'm sorry.
he was showing that, Cecil, if he had a $20,000, well, no, I think he put in 20,000, but I think at first he put in 50,000 because that's Cash Grab 2's goal, right?
Yeah, sorry about
And
that, Omer.
he was saving a little over $900 by going that particular tier.
Mm-hmm.
That's quite a savings.
Well, yeah, I saw when he plugged in a $20,000 campaign too, and you save like $3,000 compared to. I mean, shit, dude.
Yeah, yeah,
$3,000 is a healthy chunk of change. Hail, Pale Rider
yeah.
in the
Maybe that
chat.
was
Oh my
at
goodness, here.
uh, 50,000 mark. Well, I think it was more than that. It
No,
was
it was
nearly
20.
like $5,000. I don't know. Go
Yeah, I
back and
was
watch.
listening. I was listening when he was talking about it because he put in 20,000 just for and it was like $3,000 that you would save compared. That was at the what do you call it though, the ambassador level or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. It's at the highest level.
Right,
I don't know what
but
you have to do to
that's
qualify.
1%. So
Yeah, I mean, when you're talking that they're giving you 2% anyway, right now, and that's every campaign. That's not just they started out and I went under that because I said they had just started it like when I launched back in February, and uh, it was you had to exclusively be with Fund My Comic, so you couldn't do like Mike Barron did with Leviathan and put it on Fund My Comic, Kickstarter, and Indiegogo all at the same time and get that right.
right, you have to be
Yeah,
exclusive to
you
FMC.
had to
That's what it was.
exclusively
Yep,
go with Fund My Comic, and I was going to do
I
that
got
anyway. So why not save
you.
money?
Yeah, why not?
Little did I know I could have, when he was inviting me to be an ambassador, that would have even saved me even more money over there on Fund My Comics. So, um,
Yeah. Yeah.
and the more you
Well, for
make, of course, the more you save.
next time you know. Yeah.
Yeah, and they're doing a comparison of like Indiegogo and Kickstarter on that,
Right.
which is pretty cool. Um,
Oh yeah. Yeah. I was listening to that part pretty closely.
yeah,
And made a lot of sense.
yeah, it was a good discussion. Now, I have to clear this with Russ to get back on the midnight thing, but uh, maybe a midnight cover for the pulp, and the overarching theme is going to be her finding her parents murderers, and they were not tortured and beaten to death. So, and she first tracks down the guy that actually did the deed, and then she has to go after the guy that actually sent that guy to kill them, the Big Cheese, which makes sense if you think about it, because she encounters Lack, who's in the Drawn Interior, and he's a tracker and scout. And he may have his own personal beef with them already. I don't know. They may just encounter. I haven't written it yet, but it makes sense that they'll team up. And eventually they'll team up in the back of the book and become Midnight and the Roustabouts, kind of a team. Kind of like Sergeant Fury and the Howling Commandos. Only in the
Sorry to hear that, Tree. I wasn't aware of all that
mess. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I was aware of all that. I was aware of all that. He's brought it up in the chat several times about Leland.
Okay.
And
here you go, admonishing me. Okay.
No, I'm
Sorry.
just saying he's brought it up several times and discussed
that
it.
That doesn't mean I've seen it. I mean, I don't see everything that happens in the chat.
I wasn't inferring that you saw it. I was just saying he's brought it up.
Wow. Okay. I'm just gonna be quiet today.
Well, now I must say, like when Pixel Trader after the show he was showing us, and I don't want spoilers. He's got a new cover coming out, and that kind of inspired, a bog cover that I'll probably have Russ do if he wants to take on the challenge of it. Now his was like a front and back. And I have some of these examples of this particular type of cover in my collection, but I don't know if they do a back cover or not. I don't think Marvel did. I think they were just doing front covers, but I had to check that out. I think he's actually doing a back cover that goes with the front, So more like a wraparound type thing, but not really. It's just showing you one side of something and then the other side of something, the back side. So, anyway, basically that's the premise of what's going to be the of the pulp that's being written right now, which is needing some characters to be written into it, but she's coming back from the East, and then I think she's going to be coming actually back from Spain and abroad over, as part of her education. I think that gives her a more well-rounded, not that her parents were, wealthy or anything. Katie's from a different part of the internet. We're going too far as normal. Sorry about the heavy breathing, PayPal. Okay. Yeah, well, I mean, he wasn't only a dick to you, Tree Goblin. He was a dick to a lot of people. Yeah, I mean, he definitely overstepped his bounds with you, Tree Goblin. I mean, and you do that, it's, he could get into some legal trouble. You know that. Of course, he's in Australia and you are in the UK. So, try a lawsuit, transcontinental, I guess you would call it. Yeah, you got to imagine trusting her with information. I never imagined that, and everyone in the chat should be exposed if they talk shit. Yeah. I mean, you have to be careful who you confide in, for sure. Omer Glitch says, missed you last night, Shadow Hawk. I know you work early, so I understand. You were missed.
Yeah. Sorry about that, brother. I tried to stay awake, but I just couldn't make it, man.
Yeah,
Sorry
I
about
was
that.
tired when I went on, bro. You know,
Dude,
but
I was
you
dying.
had
I
a
told my
lively
wife,
discussion.
like, I got like 10 minutes till 9, and I was like, I gotta go to bed.
Yeah, it's definitely worth the watch. Omer Glitch's first live broadcast. He invited Shadowhawk, myself, and Peter DeLuca on, aka Pad. It was a great, lively discussion. They were both working on characters of Peter's.
No,
Peter was
cool.
working on something. I don't know what he was working on, but it looked dope.
Well,
Uh,
sorry I missed it, man. It was just, a little too late for me in the middle of the week like that.
yeah. Well, I mean, I'm saying it's worth going back and watching. And at the end of it, when we were closing up, I got him to show a lot of those rounds that he's been working on, those pizza
Yeah,
rounds.
cool, man.
They're pretty cool. I mean, like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and
Yeah, he
I
does
don't
all
know.
kinds of
He's
like,
got this very graffiti, highlighty,
yeah.
it's really cool.
Him and Richie Ayala kind of, have a
Yeah.
little
Yeah.
bit of similarity there. Yeah.
Yeah. I absolutely. Yeah. I mean, they've got a very similar, but now he can do pencil work. What he was working on last night looked nothing like the rounds, you know.
Oh yeah, no, well, like the Devil Flyer that he did for you, man. I love that. It's
Yeah. He
he did
beefed
like
him
a
up,
really
didn't he?
yeah, he did like a muscly Devil Flyer, dude. He was
Hey,
so hardcore.
his wings could get him off the ground. Let's put it that way, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a beefy one, man. Fucking Peter did a pretty
Yeah, he
nice
looks like
job.
he
I
could
like it.
kick your ass, and that's the
Yeah, he
way he
did.
needs to look, you know.
Yeah,
John didn't quite draw him that way. He drew him a little bit leaner for a superhero, but
yeah.
um,
Well, usually, like your flying characters are a little leaner, but it was cool to see like a
mhm.
beefy, winged character
You
like
might
that.
call it sleek. You're sleek, right? You're
Yeah,
aerodynamic.
right. Aerodynamic.
Uh-huh.
Yes. Right.
Yeah. I was calling
'Cause I
Little
got
out for rewriting history. He went crazy, and Katie gaslit him into exposing me. Yeah.
oh
Well,
geez. So yeah, I
yeah.
don't like all this doxing bullshit. Well, I don't give a fuck. Go ahead and give my shit out, and if somebody comes to my house that I want here, then I've
They'll
got some
get more than
welcoming
they can
presents.
handle.
I've got some welcoming gifts, some parting gifts for
There
you.
you go. Here's the
There's
welcome mat. And here it is again.
hello and goodbye.
That's right. Boot. Sick 'em, Daisy. Go for the juggler. She was
Shit,
white. Now she's red for Christmas.
yeah. What's that?
She'll never get that
What's
taste out of her mouth. It's
what are
like
those red spots all over your dog?
the first words out of Daisy's mouth are tastes like chicken. All I get is postman's ankle.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, man. She's strong enough. She went hard on somebody.
Shadow likes girthy beef. Confirmed.
That's true. All right, pal. Damn you, man.
Count the dead spots in the yard, right,
Hey,
pal? Marking the trail as you
the
go.
dead spots in the yard are where I bury my nuts.
Yeah. You know, it was on Daniel Boone where he's teaching his son, where the expression mark your trail it comes from, because you would actually take the axe and mark the trees to show you back the way you went in the woods,
right. Blaze a trail. Yeah.
Blaze it. Yes, blazing. It was blaze a trail. Yep.
Yes, I was a Boy Scout, Rex. I know what blazing a trail.
Well, I wasn't. My brother was, and I kind of wanted to be scout. I thought it was pretty neat. You could earn patches, stuff. It seemed, I don't know. It just, I think maybe he was more interested in it. And by the time he was out of it, he wasn't in there very long, but
no.
I thought it was cool as a young kid. He was very
I went
young.
all the way through Cub Scouts and Boy Scouts. I was on my way to Eagle Scout, and then I discovered girls.
Oh, yeah. Omer Glitch says Pete was drawing Pike versus Crypt.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it looked very interesting. Looked very kind of Machine Man like, with the arm guns and stuff. I don't know.
Interesting.
The tied knots in lumber pines too, to the mark the way. Yeah, the tied knots in lumber pines too to mark the way. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Is that English? It must be. It's coming out.
I think it was. I think it was they. He meant to say they tied tied TIED
Knots in the
knots.
lumber pines.
Yeah, you take small branches when they're the saplings,
Oh,
and
yeah,
you link them together so you get the two trees that
yeah,
grow together, and then they're all twisted and shit. Yeah,
yeah. I could see that.
the Indians used to do that. The Native Americans. I'm sorry,
Mm-hmm.
don't mean to call them Indians.
Because
I am not an Indian.
get lost and walk in circles very easily
Now
in
get
the
out of
woods.
my cookie word. That's why I know those names on my glitch. Thank you. Pike is from Wildcats, and Crypt is from Prophet Youngblood. Aha.
Oh, okay. I did not know that. I didn't know what he was working on. Yeah, engines.
No, that's why I said I recognize the names. So I'm like, why do I know these names? And because they were image characters back in the day.
Well, I've shown you the toy variant covers, where they make it look like a toy on a card.
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool, dude.
So I'm thinking
I
about
like
Russ doing a bog one like that.
that. Oh really? I
Yeah.
guess. How do they do that? Do they just like build a fake shell and then photograph it
Yeah.
somehow? Or
Yeah.
oh, okay. That's
I don't
cool,
know if
man.
he can do it, but I'll ask him,
That'd be neat if he could pull that off. You
Yeah.
know?
And then the other one, I want kind of a distress cover for midnight. It's supposed to be an old pulp anyway.
Oh,
it's
cool, Pale Rider.
I might, depending on how he does it, I might paint it myself because I really want that painted look. Because most of the pulps had painted, very nice painted covers. That the originals were probably done in oil paint, back in the day. I don't even think they had acrylic paint then.
So yeah, I don't know. I don't think acrylics came out until what, like the 50s or something.
Something like that. Yeah, I mean the plastics. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Doing the big boom in plastics.
That would be an interesting Google search. When did acrylic paints hit? And was it Winsor Newton or Liquitex or I don't know. What brand was it? I know there's different oil-based paints that go way back, but
oh yeah, oil-based paints go all the way thousands of years. But
maybe back to the Egyptians,
possibly.
I know that they could use like resins and things like that to suspend the.
Well, I mean, back in the day, they would use like olive oil or whatever as a base, and then crush, flowers and different things to mix with it, and actually, get your pigment.
Well, the talit, the prayer shawl that was in Israel, right? They got the blue color from a mussel or mollusk, in the Sea of Galilee.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
it was thought
as
extinct, so the Levi priest had to go to black and white, for the prayer shawl.
Oh, okay.
But it was the year I
They
graduated,
overfished the goddamn thing.
1984, they actually discovered I know the Sea of Galilee is a sea, but it's fairly small body of water.
Yeah, it's not that big though. I mean,
for
yeah,
like
it's probably
2,000 years, it was thought extinct. Well, they found it in 1984 and started using blue dye again in the old
well, you know what happened to them to start with was the damn priests were using all.
Yeah, you almost had that.
That's why they went extinct
on the show.
Yeah.
Omar drew Peter's character Uzi Susie. That's in his little.
Uzi Susie, awesome.
I think I had the book in here.
Anyway, you see that this is an ongoing cycle, right?
Yeah, here's his ash can. Here's his ash can right here that he did. Uzi Susie. And he says he's going to send I and Omer the second issue when he prints it up. And it came with a couple of cards. Pretty neat stuff. But the Bog supplement will be done like this. I really like this. It'll be done like in black and white and grayscale with sort of this cardboard, tone in the panels to make it look muddy, because I really like the look of this. It's different. So it'll be something like this. Except the white areas. This way I can work on the white paper that I have, and then I can just scan that cardboard tone in there, the right tone, and make it tone panels to give it a little bit more depth.
Yeah, I was pale. I got mine day before yesterday, I think. Me and the missus are gonna try out a recipe. Yep. We're gonna try out some kind of recipe from that thing this weekend. We haven't decided which one yet.
Oh, okay. Very cool.
Mm-hmm. I was going to show them to you yesterday, but you didn't give me a chance.
Oh, well, you're the moderator, so.
Well, you were busy showing stuff. I'm not gonna. It's your show, right?
Showing stuff.
We're just on my channel.
That's a bad habit of mine, of showing stuff.
Mm-hmm. You got to get some, shorts that fit you better, man.
The ninth Carrie will be back on my channel. The ninth.
No, he was using a YouTube Studio for the earlier shows, Carrie. He couldn't.
Yeah, I'm using YouTube and simulcasting. Like Nerd Bacon is, you can simulcast that.
Yeah.
So I just piggyback off there and use their, throw that over to my channel using their StreamYard.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Awesome. We're going through StreamYard, but it's not costing me any time because I've got no time left.
Because you just got a link and then jumped in there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Why not?
But you can simulcast it on your. Yeah. I like that.
Something I make 500 subscribers and I'm ready to get monetized, and then it says you don't have enough hours, because at one time I had like 67.
Dude, you got way more fucking hours than you need. I don't know why.
I don't think you retain that forever.
Because you still have way more watch hours than you're gonna
probably. But Eagle Rider, well, I mean, lately all I've been doing is a 4 o'clock shadow, and that's it, because I've been nose to the grindstone, either writing or drawing.
I know, so but that's still an hour to 2 hours.
Yes, Rex streams all the time, but take a look at the channel. I've been doing the 4 o'clock shadow, and that's about it for a while now.
Well, yeah. Because you got other things you got to get done, mister.
Exactly.
Sometimes you got to prioritize.
Exactly.
Yeah. I know you don't like to do that much, but you got to.
You got to. Right. It's not that I don't like to,
Nah, you don't like nobody telling you what to do.
Oh, well, now that's true.
You don't even like the shit that you put yourself in telling you what you have to do.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a master procrastinator for sure. Yeah, I won't deny that at all. Thanks for the shout out, Rex. I was watching your earlier shows on replay earlier. You gave me a shout out on both those shows. It was a fun time last night. Absolutely, yeah. I mean, it was a fun show. Definitely. I even dropped the link in the chat for people. So I just wish I had it handy still here. You got a wrench, Omer. I think you got a wrench, don't you? You don't have a wrench?
You get a wrench.
He doesn't have a wrench. Omer, you don't have a wrench?
I don't know.
Nobody told me you didn't have a wrench.
It's on my channel.
Huh?
Yes, we're on my channel.
Oh, that's right. We're on your... I forget. Okay. All right. Yeah. Sorry.
And I don't even remember how I gave Pale Rider and Carrie.
Well, I think what you did was kick yourself out and do it specifically. You were very nice.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I went in from
Hey,
YouTube
Caleb.
and then.
He says, "What's up, Rex, Shadow, Omer, Carrie, Pale?"
Hey, Caleb.
Not on channels
yet. Brother?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. You are correct, sir. Yeah, I totally forgot we were over on this channel. But how do you forget?
Yeah, if I could just pull up their name and give them a wrench, I would. I had to, yeah, like you said, I took myself, go back to the YouTube studio, come back in. Mm-hmm. We'll do it one of these days.
Can you believe? I mean, I think we got started late. You know, that first time that we were going to go, you were going to be over here for 14 days. I think it's going to wind up 13 days over here. But, man, that time's almost up. I mean, the 9th will be back over on my channel, I think. Either the 9th or the 10th. Probably the 9th, you know, if I'm reading it right.
What is that, next Monday?
Monday, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah.
And we got Patrick Quinlan coming. And then on the 14th, on Saturday, we've got Godfoe Universe coming back on. That'll be over on radio. Godfoe Universe, their 3rd book.
Cool.
Which, you know, last time they were on, they talked about that book, you know, because they got a timeline. They know exactly, you know, what the next project's going to be.
Yeah.
And their
plan, they had a pretty ambitious plan for that Godfoe Universe, didn't they? At least like, I mean,
they're all about getting the work done, and they, you know, I'm happy to give them some exposure because first met them over.
How many issues they said they already had, you know, plotted already, though. You know, not necessarily drawn.
Yeah.
And all that,
yeah, they got 5 or 6 different things going. Sure. Yeah. I mean, it's all kind of connected. It's all kind of connected in one long story, and that's kind of what I'm doing. You know, it's all you know, that the history books. I mean, you wouldn't have modern day America without the British Empire. You wouldn't have the British Empire without the Romans. Blah blah blah. You can take it back and back and back. It's all connected. You know, and that's kind of like, you know, Momentum Universe is going to be all kind of connected, kind of like you know, Doctor Strange and in the Marvel Universe. If he could time travel, he could go back to Edwardian times or whatever, and or Western times, and meet Two Gun Kid. You know, maybe he's got a spell for that.
It wasn't for the whole time paradox.
Yeah. But now I don't know if I'm going to tie it in with the opium trade. See, this is great. All I have to do is write about it. I don't have to lay out any layouts or anything. I just have to write the stories. And, you know, I'm wanting to work in Sweet Babies. She's a Yakuza assassin in the 30s and 40s, right? Her grandmother, though, would be old enough to be in the Old West in Midnight's time. So Midnight will deal with the opium trade and her grandmother that's over here from China, you know, getting the Yakuza, you know, tentacles over here. Kind of like, where did the mafia come from? Well, Sicily, Italy, you know. It had to start.
They migrated.
They migrated to America, right? Yeah.
Well, it also bits and pieces of it, quite a good chunk of it, also started in Ireland. So, yeah.
Exactly. Well, yeah, exactly. Yeah, and
I mean, organized crime is organized crime. Not
that's the cool thing about the Old West. It was a melting pot. You had a lot of immigrants. You know, Irish immigrants. You had a lot of immigrants migrating west. You know, so
Chinese.
Yeah, I love that. Was it? It was Robert Duvall and Kevin Costner. What was that Western?
Shit.
I'm thinking it was like Open Plains. That's not.
Was that the one where
with the Chinese girls, women, and one of them had her feet bound when she was
right,
younger.
right. I think.
See, that was a different type of Western altogether. I really liked that. You know,
that was a different kind of Western.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, it was not your typical.
Yeah, no, I can't remember the name of it offhand. I'm not a big Kevin Costner fan, so.
Yeah, but now that was a good movie. Whatever the movie was, that was a good movie, right? For Western. It was a good movie, I thought. Yeah, Monday I'll be back on my channel. Yes. Is anyone else having trouble with YouTube chat not keeping up? I have to refresh it every so often to see everyone's chat.
Oh, probably.
I haven't had trouble with that at all. You might have it set on delay. I mean, or the moderator might. I don't know. You can do that through YouTube Studio. No. There shouldn't be any delay.
No, I know you can go to live chat or top chat.
Maybe choppy ass chat. Choppy ass chat.
Choppy ass chat.
Yeah, we're running on his internet and not mine, so don't blame me. Pew pew pew.
Well,
keep it on live chat, Caleb says. Keep it on live chat. Also, you got any pop-up blockers, you can have the issue you talk about. Also, if you got any pop-up blockers, you can have the issue you talk about. Okay. Caleb says.
I'm not sure what that means.
I don't know either. That's why I read it twice. Omer says, I do have a pop-up pop blocker on my PC, but I have the same issue on my Android mobile. I have to jump back and forth between top, live. Caleb, it may be my internet. Yeah. How's Elsie? Haven't seen him on here for a while. He's good.
No, actually, Omer, I think it's just stay on live. The top chat is like YouTube filters it. It's not the same as the regular chat. You won't see everybody's comments if you're in top chat. If you stay in live, it should keep up a little better. Okay, I get what
Elsie sent me a picture Wednesday, I think, of him wearing a smart, very loud shirt with a big smile on his face, and I've talked to him on the phone. I did learn from a text, and I haven't called her yet today, that my sister has COVID. She told me yesterday in the text that she's got COVID now. So, bitten by a recluse spider, bad UTI, and now COVID.
Oh, Jesus God.
It's one thing after another.
Spraying her UTI around the internet again. Jesus God.
That's not the worst thing. If I said venereal
disease, not the best thing.
Syphilis, she's been out
ladies
of horror.
Okay.
Women are not. A UTI, come on, men can get a UTI,
dude. And dudes don't give a shit about that kind of thing. Ladies don't like to talk about that kind of stuff, especially when it comes to their.
I'm not a lady.
Yeah, but you're talking about your sister's shit.
Okay, all right.
I don't know what's so hard to understand.
Well, I'm just trying to inform the people about what she's been through,
Okay.
She was bit by a spider, that thing that won't be mentioned, and now she's got COVID. So pray for my sister. I was hoping to see her right after Thanksgiving on Saturday for the very first time, because I've never met my own sister.
Oh, I know. You ever think maybe she might be mad at you about revealing the UTI shit and she's just making up a COVID excuse?
No, that's not it. The lady wouldn't give a duck, Carrie says.
Carrie says, this lady, not the. Read it correctly,
this lady
sir.
Wouldn't give a duck. Okay.
Right. We know Carrie wouldn't, because Carrie's a goddess.
She's what?
She's a goth goddess.
Well, okay. I don't want
she
my
don't
lady
give a fuck
all over the internet, Rex. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know you had lady bits, Omer.
Ouch, Homer! You opened yourself up for that one, buddy.
Yeah.
Rex just fucking swooped right in.
Hey, I'm learning from the predatory bird over here. Oh, caw, caw. I'm like Ronan.
Oh shit!
I'm flying into buildings and toppling buildings. Where'd you learn to fly?
I didn't.
Oh, he's in transition. Well, we won't say no more, Homer. We'll say no more about it because people in transition are a little moody. So I get it.
It's all those extra hormones,
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how Red Valkyrie does it with Psy. I really don't, because he's on probably a testosterone blocker and he's on estrogen and he's got to be some kind of moody person,
Size something up.
Huh? Oh yeah,
I said size something up. Yeah. Those two are funny though, and they're going back and forth on
that. Do you have to stamp your feet to get your question answered? What question was that? Let me look. It's all the meds drinking your pain. May she be healed in Jesus' mighty name.
At this point, yes, like
Elsie's under. I did not see that, Carrie. Sorry. Elsie is under Fasauce Collectibles, and a lot of that production artwork is mine. Yeah. He's under Fasauce Collectibles. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
We share PayPal, so but I've got some items on his. We shared. It was only recently this year that I got back on eBay under my own name, and I still don't know why they let me back on. Because I've still got the same computer. They know who I am. It's not like I killed the Pope or something.
They know who you are, and they're coming to
They know who I am, and they still let me back on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, dude, I was kicked off X until Elon bought it. So.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Homer says I've got big boobs, and I never need a woman. Wow.
You never leave the house, Homer. Fuck.
Yeah, I'm technically in the witness.
He's sitting at home playing with himself every day.
Playing with himself? What? Did I mishear that? What?
Homer said he's transitioning.
Yes, he did say that. Yeah.
He turns into a woman who'll never leave the house.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And when you said that, it was the scene from Airplane where they're blowing up the blow up pilot. Came into my mind. Don't ask me why.
Oh god.
Right.
Find the inflation valve located at the belt line.
Learn to read, Rex. Yes. May be too late. But very excited about writing the Bog prequel, not prequel, but
holy crap,
supplementary issue. Of course, I've got a different approach to that than the Midnight and the Roustabouts pulp. It'll be neat to do like give Russ, something. And I never did get around to the point of why I said Russ, made a determination of why he would do a Midnight cover. And we'll do it like an old pulp cover and have him distress it. I've been wanting to do a distress cover. I've had one planned in the far future, but we can definitely do it on this and make it look old, and distress.
Yeah, you should be good at that.
But now on the Atlantean, he draws horses, and he draws horses very well. So I thought, why not have him do? I'm thinking about Midnight Side Saddle shooting people. You remember Octopus Cowboy on the side of the horse?
Yeah, of course I do. That's one of my favorite.
Midnight on the side of the horse shooting people. I don't know. That's just
exactly, Homer. That's what I was saying. You did nothing wrong, Carrie. I was just surprised. That's all.
E-cup. Wow, I can't imagine
Sorry,
E-cup.
talking to the chat. I'm listening to you and watching the chat.
You'll be a dust bunny. You won't be a house bunny. You'll be a dust bunny around here.
Rex will sweep you under the bed.
Right, on the rug. Yeah. That gives me an idea. Bear hides. Yeah. We've got to have a thing where you have like pelts and bear hides.
You're gonna complain later with the back problems you're gonna have, Missy. You better keep in shape.
Yeah. Does she really? Is she really E-sized breast?
I don't know. I haven't seen
I mean, that's larger than
only
Eagle
seen
Rider.
Carrie I've only seen Carrie from the neck up. I was quite shocked when she said that.
Yeah, I mean, she's not very tall, so you know.
No, for a girl her size, E-cups would be pretty.
Yeah, it would be
impressive.
And maybe that's why you didn't grow taller. All that weight weighting you down, like with the gravity. You know, I don't know. Just throwing out that theory. I have a good scaffolding for these. I have scaffolding out my house, and it's getting in my way.
Keep those stomach muscles strong, Carrie. You shouldn't have any back, bro.
Yeah, those abdomen muscles. Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta have a strong core, man.
Used to be like cross your heart bra, you know, like Jane Russell, you know.
Oh no, I'm not asking for any pictures of anything. Good Lord.
Yeah, we don't even ask for feet pics around here.
Nope.
That gets us in trouble every time.
I don't need any feet pics. Mama Huck is the only girl I've ever known that had actually cute feet. I've never even noticed.
Don't have cute feet.
No, usually feet are ugly. I try not to pay attention to them, but Mama Huck actually has cute little feet, little tiny fucking corn nibblets for toes.
Do you want to try and watch the Passion of the Christ Resurrection first trailer that they've released for that? That's up to you.
Is it okay, I heard something this morning as I was walking into work, and then I got out of the car and turned off the radio. Is Keanu Reeves playing Jesus in a movie? Have you heard about this?
Oh, yeah. I mentioned that. Today. Yeah.
Then maybe it was you I was listening to this morning, right?
Before. Yeah.
Okay. Fucking Keanu Reeves is playing Jesus?
Yeah, I didn't watch the trailer, but they've got a trailer for that out there.
Holy shit. Okay. All right. Why not? Like, do unto others as you would have done to you, man.
Yeah, that's going to be a wild project, isn't it?
Yeah, it should be really cool.
Fanta's got a new
Jesus.
Got a new video on Pencils Down.
Bless you too, buddy.
Okay. Here's the link to Fanta's latest video on Pencils Down. Oh. Pencils Down is pretty close to funding as well. I'm glad Femback got funded.
He was at like $299 short this morning. I haven't heard anything yet.
I don't know if he's got.
We got to get him over the top, man.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the Hump Day show of Omer's. I still have that up in my history. So here is that fun time that we had last night over on Omer's channel. We went almost 3 hours with that thing. That was all interesting. You get Omer and myself and Peter DeLuca in the house, and you have a pretty lively discussion. Of course, Peter's kind of off the wall anyway.
Yeah, and schedule it when old Shadow's in bed. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I know those late streams are kind of hard for me too, brother.
Okay.
I don't know why this was up here. Maybe I went back and clicked on it, but like episode 863 of the 4 o'clock shadow, we had Godfoe Universe on. That might have been the last time. I don't know why this thing's up my history, but I don't know if
how long
that's
ago
the
was
last
it?
time we had them on, but that was. I'm trying to look. We had 70. That was 2 months ago. So we had them on 2 months
Okay.
ago.
No, it hasn't been that long. Yeah.
It hadn't been that long. It's been 2 months since we've had them on.
Okay.
You know. Yeah.
Well, when you do the show every day, it just seems longer. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Most people do, a show a week or maybe 2 shows a week. We're here every day. So
Yeah,
right, like
I
Carrie
mean,
Carrie
the very
has a surprise for you.
is that a frog? What is your thumbnail today? Is that Frog G? Uh,
Yeah,
a look at his
it's a
eyeball.
close up. It's a close up on his eyeball. Yeah.
Is that a ink spots painting?
Yes.
Yeah. Uh, okay. We'll wait till you're looking. I'm looking at the chat now, Carrie. She says we'll wait till you're
She has
looking
a
at
surprise
the
for
surprise
you.
I have for you. Okay.
A surprise.
The
Oh my.
surprise. Mm.
Well, Carrie, we're waiting. He's looking at the chat right now, Carrie. Wow, the delay must be incredible. Oh shit. Oh, Carrie, you're freaking awesome,
$50 for a
sweetheart.
month of StreamYard for you to share PayPal. Shared PayPal over on Sauce. I'll have to contact Elsie and let him know what's going on. He'll be wondering where that came from.
Mm-hmm.
You've given your time to entertain us all year long, so this is my Xmas gift to you and a little thank you for Laughs Rex. Thank you, Carrie. Appreciate that. I said
Hell, Carrie,
surprise.
you're the best, sweetheart. And thank
Yeah.
you again for sending me the cookbooks. That was beautiful of you.
Oh, she sent you a cookbook?
She bought me yeah, 2 copies actually, and just she didn't have them sent to her, and then she just had them sent directly here, so it saved on all
Right.
that shipping. But
Yeah. Good
yeah,
stuff. Cool.
that was amazing, Carrie. I love you.
Thank you, Carrie. Uh,
And
I
Merry Christmas,
will
dear, and a happy
have him
New Year.
send that over to me, and we'll get through December. I'll use up my 20 hours of streaming first. I'd be crazy not to, the
Yeah, you
free
got to burn that
before
up
I
first.
pay them anything.
Might as well
Huh?
burn it up, right?
Might as well burn it up, right? And then
Yeah,
let it
and
reset.
then
I don't
and
know if
then
it'll
give
be
them some money. Oh, hey, shocker!
but that will take us in. If I do that, then we will
That
definitely have streaming, because we definitely don't want to just have 3 hours and have to worry about time when we hit on the January 22nd, our 1,000th episode.
What day is that going to be, Rex? And is it a
Uh,
weekend by chance?
that is going to be on the next calendar, which is
Nah,
kittens.
I'm gonna say if
Uh,
it's a weekend, why don't we do another marathon stream like we
I
did the
don't think
Monday
it's on a
stream?
weekend.
No, fuck.
A marathon, really? Like
Yeah,
what?
do you
A
want?
big long
I'd
marathon?
like to see how long we can go. I think we tried to do what was it?
Middle of the
Fucking
week. It's
12.
Wednesday. It's Wednesday.
Ah, God bless America.
Yep.
All right, whatever.
Right in the middle. It's on a hump day.
Well, I mean, we can go from 4 to 9 if you want to. Do if you want to book an extra couple of guests or whatever, have a big celebration. Almost a
Do it.
12-hour marathon. I can be there for like 6.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
Even
yeah.
on a Wednesday,
But you
right?
could bring Omer and Apex, and
We could do it.
we
We
can
could
bring
do
some
it an
people
hour
in.
early, like on
I,
Eastern 4 o'clock as well.
well, we can't do an hour early because I won't be home.
I
Well, I mean, you could start without me,
Omer, I've
for
done a
sure.
30. I've done a 30-hour marathon, and then the very next day, that was during a weekend, and the very next day on Wednesday or Monday and going into Tuesday, I did 16 more hours. That's proven. Nobody streams more than Rex, except maybe K-pop. Yo. Kay, you got to get in on the drawn in tier. I'm telling you, man. It's one of the best deals out there right now. You know, you will become a member of like a Western
and you better group. Just plan on putting me in there, Rick.
Well, yeah, I was talking about spelling out her name with the first letter of everybody's name, maybe midnight. If I could get those.
Yeah, I heard that part.
And you would be the first one, you know.
You might as well just plan on having me in there.
Okay.
I'll get you. I'll get you the money eventually, but
I'll tell when I talk to.
I'm still waiting on a package to arrive. So before we have any more transactions,
exactly, yeah. Well, I'll get you something off before Christmas for sure. I've heard that before. Yeah. K-pop loves boobs. What's not to love about boobs? You know.
Who doesn't love boobs?
Everybody no doubt. I'm a boob man myself. I mean,
if you were a baby, you depended on those things to
blah, blah, blah. I like boobs, you know.
And we were all babies at one point or another. I mean, without boobies, you wouldn't be alive.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, you know, doing research on the Western, you know, some tribes, they suckled their children for 5 or 6 years.
Yeah, especially like if food was short or whatever.
Yeah, isn't that wild? Yeah.
That's pretty even wild. In medieval times and stuff, dude. They used to have midwives and all that stuff, but they also had what they call them, milk mothers or something like that.
Well, I heard of a mother doing that with their son in modern times when I was going to school.
Oh, dude. Well, he
would go out on the lunch break from school or something and go suckle his mother's tit.
Yeah, dude. That's a little crazy though.
When it was, 5 or 6 years he was on his mother's tit.
Well, dude, there was I heard a story a couple of years back. There was some mother that was doing that. The kid was like 10. I mean, that's far too old for breastfeed.
Yeah.
Well, that's good to know, Carrie.
Well, yeah.
At least you're playing for the right team, dear.
There you go. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited about
sometimes I feel
now have an overarching theme for the whole thing for people's stories, you know. So if you get in on the drawn in tier, and I'm thinking, I don't know, I had to check into this, Shadowhawk. We might be able to use your name, Shadowhawk, and then again we may not. If we make it an Indian name, we might be able to get away with it.
Yeah, dude. All we gotta do is put in
hyphenated.
Put a two short little words. Shadow of the Hawk. Boom.
Yeah, we could do that. Yeah, we could do that. Yeah.
Indian name is Shadow. Okay. Shadow of the Hawk. Boom. Done.
If that's what you want to be called, we'll work it in. Well, you know.
Yep. Plan on it.
Okay. Well, let me write that down then. Shadow of the Hawk.
I've been thinking about this. Glitch did them sketches and stuff, and he renamed me as Blackbird or whatever it was, or Black Hawk. And I was like, oh, I don't know if we could use Black Hawk either.
Yeah, you can't use Black Hawk. Nope. DC's got that.
I think that would be taken. Although, you know what, dude? That might be one of those ones because the Black Hawk Indians are actually a tribe. And we've got the Blackhawks hockey team up here. I don't know if you can actually trademark that name. So Blackhawk might actually be all right.
Yeah, you couldn't use their same logos. That would be protected, you know, but
No,
it's
yeah,
like
that would be
font or
but
something,
as
you know.
long as you don't use like you don't. Well, I mean, you could probably get away even with parodying them as long as it was satire or parody, and you would still be all right. But I mean, we're not going to do anything like that. We're just using the name. All right, Homer. He's changing it to Black Cock. Then I'm gonna have to be a rooster.
Oh, I know why I wanted to go over to your channel, Shadowhawk. I was going to do a quick tabulation of your streams over here. I think we're still looking good on the time, but I want to do a quick tabulation of how many hours you've used up on your free time.
Oh, I have no idea at this point, brother. I wasn't keeping
3,
track. I think the last time
4,
we checked, it was like only 5.
6, 7, 8, 9.
We gotta be closing in.
10, 11.
Ooh, Battlehawk.
Almost 12. Almost 12 hours, and then or 13 hours probably with this one.
I like that.
We're still looking pretty good.
Battlehawk teams up with the mighty Battle Brick. Yeah, I dig that. That'll work.
Yeah, you'll still have time to stream something, no problem. After we do the next 3 days, you'll still have some time on the clock.
Where we at? What'd you say?
Around 13 hours.
Oh,
and that's counting today.
Yeah,
that's counting the hour today.
So we could do 2 hours a day for the next 3 days, and I'd still
probably
have
and still have, and you'd still have some streaming
and
left.
still have some time. Yeah, so we're good, dude. All right,
yeah,
cool.
We're good. Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure we didn't. I was a couple of days we went a little long, and I was like, "Oh, dude, if we do this every day, we're gonna be fucked."
Yeah, and then we looked at it, and it's like, yeah, you've only done 5 hours. Don't freak out.
Yeah, I was like, "Oh, okay, cool," and then we went crazy.
So, okay, I've got to start
Mama
thinking about Shadow of the Hawk as a character in the pulp. You'll get a whole chapter written about you, a whole story. Now pulps have longer stories than others, but I guess we've got to make you an engine, don't we? Or at least you could be a half breed.
Yeah. I don't see a problem with that.
Yeah. Or you could be a Caucasian white guy, that's just kind of adopted and lived with the Indians.
I'm a Caucasian white guy now, but I've still got like fucking 30 freaking ingredients in me. So
yeah. Do you know what tribe?
No, right. It was one of the bigger ones.
Have you ever done DNA testing?
Yeah, when my son was born, because I didn't trust the.
I'm looking at monthly hours, K-pop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you're on the free thing, you only get 20
hours, so, which is quite generous, actually. Because most people.
It's not bad, really. I mean, it's not enough to do an hour a day for a month, but if you keep it down to 30 minutes or whatever, it's more than enough.
Mama Hawk as a comic character would be awesome. Absolutely, she could be your squaw. She's Hispanic, right? Or Spanish?
She's Spanish. She's a Spaniard.
Spanish, yeah. Well, there you go. I mean,
and you know what? She could be part of Midnight's gang, and
the roustabouts. Yeah,
a Spaniard with a sword.
Well, Midnight's going to come back from Spain. She's been abroad getting a
broader education. He brings Mama Hawk back with her.
Yeah,
the assassin with a sword or a knife, because Mama Hawk loves her Spanish steel.
She loves to do laundry.
Well, she likes stabbing things too.
Stabby. Okay, yeah, Mama Hawk, Stabby Hawk.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
You have to think up a name for her.
Battlehawk and Stabby Hawk.
Do you want to be married in there?
You want to be
We can
Stabby Hawk,
arrange
honey?
that.
Rosie's fine with being Stabby Hawk.
Well, her
We have
name
to come
should
up
be
with something.
Rosie. I think that's a great name. My eldest
How about
daughter
no?
is, huh?
I don't
You don't
know if
want to
she
use
wants
her
her.
real name?
I,
No. Okay, that's fine.
let me think on it.
My eldest daughter, adopted daughter, whose birthday is going
Yes,
to be December 29th,
I'm aware
is
of it.
named
Yeah,
Rosie.
hey,
Rose, actually, but she goes by Rosie.
yes. I just don't know if Mama wants her name all over the place. Everybody
Well, I mean,
knows
it
it
wouldn't
on
have to be
this
her full
channel, but
name, but I think Rosie's a great name for, a Western.
Mhm.
Everybody loves Rosie. Blade Hawk or Hawk Blade.
Ooh, Rosie the
Yeah.
Blade.
Mama Hawk is Spanish and she has fiery side. She has a talent for firing funny one-liners. Her infectious giggle could be how she gets her enemies to disarm their weapons.
Wow, Carrie's been thinking this through.
There you go. Yeah.
All right, Carrie. I like it.
Yeah, I mean, people are making comics and they're making novels and stuff, but I don't think anybody's ever done a pulp. I want to do a pulp, and it'll be a thick little thing. So when you do the
You
drawings
got
here, your character will get a whole chapter or at least a whole story. Let's put it that way. In the book, and you'll probably be in the last story, which is where Midnight gathers all the people she's met, the roustabouts, into a team to storm the fortress of where the bad guy that had her parents killed. That's going to be the overarching theme that connects all the stories, that she's looking for not only the man that killed her parents, tortured and killed her parents, but who hired the killer to do the job. And why? It's a mystery. It's like a Western mystery. Got to track down the killers. And in that, you'll get the origin story, because she's been away abroad.
Hey, don't call her a broad. That's not nice.
I know that's kind of 20 speak. You broad, you dame.
Hey, come here, you silly broad.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. She could play guitar. She could. We could put her in Spanish dress, and she could have caracas.
Oh, dude, you could have her playing like flamenco guitar.
Yeah.
Like Charo.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, the little coochie coochie.
Dude, do you ever see Charo play fucking guitar? That girl's a
yes,
badass.
I have. She's good. She's
fucking killer, man.
Yeah. Yep. She did that on the Gong Show quite often.
Mm-hmm.
I follow her on X. She's got her own X account.
When I was 11 years old, I fell in love with that girl. The first time I saw her play guitar, I was like, holy shit.
Mm-hmm. Believe me, you will fall in love with Midnight before it's all over, and you'll want to be a character in the pulp. And not only that, you get to be on the cameo in the Devil Flyer magazine, which is.
I thought I already told you, boy. You better just plan on having me in there already, not if.
Okay. Yeah, I'll tell Jay Krager when we talk next time that,
I'll send you a picture you can actually use.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to ask you, do you want like a younger picture of you with long hair? I was actually thinking about that earlier because it's like, how do I work Shadowhawk in? Is he going to show a recent
I don't care so much about my hair. I just.
Yeah. Well, I mean.
Other elements, yeah. So it'll be a
you had shoulder length hair when you were younger, right?
Dude, I used to have hair almost down to my waist when I was in my.
Oh, okay. Well, I had it down. I had it down to my shoulders at one time, which I hated.
Yeah, I had it long enough when it was in a ponytail.
Slicked it back. Can you imagine me with slick back hair looking like a greaser? God. Why do you want to marry somebody and then change them? I don't get it. That didn't last very long.
No.
3 horrific years, a little over 3 horrific years of my life wasted.
Well, Mama Hawk is, she's seen pictures of me from back in the day, and then she remembers me from back in the day, but I didn't know her. And
oh, really?
She's like, yeah, she's been trying to get me to grow my hair back for 18 years now. I can't do it, man.
That's not a good thing in factory setting. You get your hair caught in some mechanical device, you're screwed.
Dude, I had my long hair when I was doing this kind of work back in the day.
Well, yeah, I guess you gotta tie it up, right?
Yeah, I would ponytail it, and it's if I was in some machinery, it went down. No, fucking never, ever. Fuck that gay shit.
Yeah, no doubt.
And I'm sorry, I was not gay in a bad way.
You do have boobies, Homer. Man boob.
Yeah, you put your hair in a man bun, Homer, and that's it. It's done.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what size boobies you
years,
get.
Rex, and the last year was hell. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh God. Did you see Super Troopers, Homer? He stuck a ping pong paddle in my head. Oh my God. Not the handle.
Sideways. I love that. That's the best thing that came out of planes, trains, and automobiles. She's tougher than she looked. Last one she had came out sideways.
Yeah.
That and the bedroom scene. It's like,
yeah.
Why are you kissing my
What's
ear?
the matter?
Where's your other hand?
It's between these two comfy pillows.
Those
aren't pillows.
Those are pillows. Yes. Love it. Best Thanksgiving movie ever.
Oh, dude, that one's so good.
Have mercy. I've been wearing the same underwear since Thursday.
Yeah, I agree, Homer. I
that is a highly, besides Tombstone, that is a highly quotable comedy. I love it.
Oh, yeah.
I want an effing car, effing right now. He like within a minute, he drops like 12 different F-bombs,
Yeah.
Wonderful movie. And the actress behind that, at the airport, gobble gobble, she's perfect. She's absolutely perfect for that role. Gobble gobble. I've seen her in some other things, and that's probably the most perfect role for her.
Oh my God.
Homer, imagine Shadowhawk flying away from a giant dildo, and somewhere in the background is Mama Hawk with giant baseball bat, ready to swat it away from Shadowhawk.
That's right.
Man, you guys go off the rails.
Mama's saving me.
Mm-hmm.
From Homer's perversion.
Let's see if we got anything in the news.
Mommy.
I know. I know Gable said that Heavy Metal Kickstarter, bringing back Heavy Metal Magazine #1.
Yeah,
is gay or woke or something.
Yeah, it's gonna be shit.
23 days to go, $4,617. No, that's backers. Wow.
4,617 backers. Oh, they're all gonna be.
I'm sorry, 4,617 backers. They've raised $398,000, $949. They're getting ready to hit $400,000.
Those backers are going to be so disappointed. Oh my God!
You think so? Have you heard anything about it? I'm sharing screen.
They brought back new heavy metal, like for a minute.
Okay.
Back when I was still working at the old job, so like 18 months ago. 20 months ago, something like that.
Well, let's at least share the trailer. I've
Yeah,
got the
yeah.
trailer.
But they relaunched it, and it's nothing like the old heavy metal used to be. That's all I can say.
Okay. Well, it's like satirical books, like Mad Magazine or the National Lampoon. You couldn't bring that back today. Nobody's got a sense of
No,
humor.
there's no way you could.
Yeah,
Mad,
there's
that's
no
why Mad
way. It's
Magazine died,
political.
dude.
I mean, you could, but it would be Trump, and I think once Trump gets in office and he's out of office, that'll kind of die down. Um,
Nah, dude, we're getting ready for a Republican revolution. We're gonna be in office for the next
well, share screen and we'll
1,000
watch the
years.
heavy metal trailer anyway on Kickstarter. They've raised almost $400,000 just on the name brand alone. You got to
Yeah,
wonder,
that's
but there'll be a lot of
exactly what
disappointed people apparently. So,
that's exactly what it
but
is,
yeah,
though,
share
dude.
screen and we'll play the trailer.
It's
I've
just
never
the
watched the
name.
trailer.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Add to Steve. Get in there, you. All
Up
right,
my volume here so we can hear it.
rock it out, Rex.
Let's rock out some heavy metal. The
See,
world's
and
greatest
they're already
illustrated
lying to
magazine.
you because they're showing Turner in her original costume. They're
Yeah.
already fucking lying.
Oh, do they have her all armored up and covered up in this version?
Yeah,
Is that it?
she's covered
Okay.
from head to
Hadn't
fucking toe.
Ethan talked about that? Hadn't Ethan
Yeah,
talked about this a long time
me,
ago?
you and I have actually talked about it.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
All
Well,
right.
science fiction
Okay.
fantasy.
So or Omer Glitch says, did they get new owners again, Omer? Okay, maybe it won't be fucking crap.
Okay. Well, maybe that's why they've got 400,000
Okay,
nearly. Let's check it out.
maybe.
For almost 50 years, Heavy Metal has been the world's greatest illustrated fantasy magazine. It captured the imagination of fans and lit a fire under the American comic book landscape by exposing fans to the most creative artistic minds the world had to offer. Over time, it became a force to be reckoned with and helped bolster the American underground comic space through its pages. Now, Heavy Metal is coming back with a brand new issue 1. This rebirth ushers in a return to everything that made heavy metal great. Mind-bending stories, boundary-breaking art, and a middle finger to anyone who stands in its way. Now you can be a part of this moment in heavy metal history. Issue 1 features a stunning new cover created by the renowned and timeless artist, the late Greg Hildebrand, paying homage to the magazine's history with characters from the cult classic 1981 film. Not only are we reviving legendary stories from the past, but we're launching new epics that reinforce heavy metal's role as a sword and shield for creators to obliterate boundaries. It's time to return to our roots and get back to everything that made heavy metal great. Join the campaign on Kickstarter. Be part of the resurgence. It's time to make heavy metal heavy again.
Oh, that's cool. Thank God. Okay. No, that was like 18 months ago. They had gotten bought by somebody, and they covered Tarna up. They went totally woke. They were fucking just.
You didn't sell anything, did you?
No, and from what I understood, like it looked like they were gonna go bankrupt like right away. So apparently somebody else bought Heavy Metal, and they're relaunching it, going back to the old school. Mama Hawk is happy too.
Well,
Right,
at
baby?
one time, Kevin Eastman, after he sold his shares or whatever Ninja Turtles, and I
In
think
Turtles,
they got
yeah.
like $14 million for the Ninja Turtle brand, something like that.
Yeah,
He bought
they made
Heavy
it.
Metal. Kevin Eastman did for a little while. The
Yeah,
magazine.
but that was
And I was like, why do
yeah.
you want with Heavy Metal? It's kind of past its time, you know.
Well, see, that's the thing. If they would have kept doing what they did back in the day, presenting new up and
Yeah.
coming artists with
Yeah, you had
like
stories done by Mobius and
dude,
John
yeah,
Byrne.
right. And you would have guys that were very well established, but you also had a bunch of people that were up and coming unknown guys that were, just doing avant-garde art and stories and shit. That's what heavy metal was for. It was like to expose you to just all kinds of cool new stuff,
Well,
And
I'll tell you a good artist that would have been great in heavy metal, and that's Peter DeLuca that Iron Armor we're on with last
oh
night.
hell yeah, dude, he's done some
Yeah,
good stuff in there. Fuck yeah.
yeah, yeah. I mean,
What's his face?
Peter Gilmore.
No, 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 no. Well, Peter. I mean, Peter's.
Oh, you're thinking Roach
He was
Balls, Rich Ayala.
Richie Ayala, or oh, what's our buddy that Lumina Vox?
Oh yeah,
What was it?
Lumina Vox. Yeah.
Garcia, something Garcia.
Yeah, he would be great.
I can't. Yeah. Oh, dude,
I love his color palette.
Yeah, I mean,
He's
for
doing
sure
some
his
stuff for
stuff would have
Hogan.
been in, like if heavy metal was on their game back when he first came around, he would have been in there. You know what I mean? It's like very, very vibrant, very fucking just. He's over the top, man. I like it.
Yeah, I mean, they know
Peter Gilmore, since you brought him up, he's rapidly turning into CG's own Bernie Wrightson, dude. I mean, this
he's
guy
definitely leveling up, over time.
Yeah, every time he puts a fucking pencil on paper, it's like he's leveling up. I've been watching this guy for 4 or 5 years now, dude, and it's just freaking amazing.
Oh, he's come a long way,
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah.
He's I
He's
love
been
Peter,
bought the rights to reprint heavy metal in the U.S. Metal Hurlant heavy metal is still in France, isn't it? Question mark.
I believe so.
Or there is a difference between the U.S. version and the French version. Definitely. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. There's always been differences between the U.S. and the French version.
It's Dale giving him pointers. Who's Dale?
Dale Keown?
Dale Keown? Maybe.
Probably. Because Dale's he hangs out with Mandy all the time. He's probably hanging out with Peter.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that.
I'll tell you what, man. Fucking Peter, from where he was in 2018 when I first bought my first Stuntman comic book to where he is now, it's incredible. I'm blown away with Peter Gilmore, man. I love the guy.
Yeah. Yeah, he's on my short list to get back on here and talk about because he's working on.
Dude, if I was you, he would be on my short list to get him to do a cover for you or something.
Well, I know he's a busy artist, and there is the little
thing.
But
he's not crazy expensive.
Well, I have asked him, and he said, "Yeah, I'd happily do it." So he's he's in the works.
Yeah, and he's not crazy expensive yet. You give it another 5 years, man, you might not be able to afford him.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Timing is everything.
Because it ain't gonna be long before his pages are gonna be going for $1,000 a pop and shit.
We'll see. We can only hope.
All right.
I hear the new Star Wars is good.
Yeah, I've been hearing it's which is weird because I don't know. I watched the Obi-Wan series and they brought in the kids on the little like weird scooters and stuff, but of course they're hover scooters. You can't just be a regular
Back
scooter.
to the Future type thing.
Yeah, and apparently that's what the new show is going to be. It's going to be Obi-Wan and the Skeleton Crew, which is these fucking kids. I don't know. But from what I hear so far, everybody's loving it.
I'm waiting for the episode that is entitled Padawan's Revenge. Some of you will get it. The kids don't last very long when Vader's around. I'm just saying.
No.
He's been pissed off ever since he lost his voice. Some of you will get that joke. Some of you will not. James Earl Jones passed away this year, of course.
Yes.
Right, I'll give you the answer.
Dude, did you see they came out with a new or they're coming out with a new Lion King movie now?
I'm coming out. The Circle of Life, it completes itself.
Yeah. But apparently the baby lion from the last movie is now the new Lion King, right?
Oh boy.
But I thought they did that already in the first movie. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess they pick up where they, I mean, if you can do a successful sequel, I say do it. I mean, look at how many franchises like
okay. This is my point. This is my point, Rex. Do you really think Disney's gonna do anything close to what the first Lion King was, or is it gonna be a goddamn
probably
abomination?
not? And
It's gonna be an abomination.
I wish
just
they
like
would.
Everything else.
I wish they would go on to original material for sure. But why do we need another? Unless it's a long running, like Predator or Alien, something like that.
Let's reboot Captain Marvel again too. That's a good idea.
No, it's not. And let's make her a female and a bitch and a woke as hell.
That's what I'm saying. They made her a female and a bitch, and then that didn't go over.
I've not seen the new, the fairly new.
No, I'm talking about
Black
in the
Widow
comics,
movie.
Dude. They rebooted Captain Marvel in the comics like 5 times already. She never even made it to like.
And they booted out Captain America, trying to make her like the spot for Captain America. And Falcon is now Captain America.
It was never good, and that's bullshit too.
That is bullshit.
Falcon was perfectly fine being fucking Falcon.
Exactly. I mean,
if anybody should have stepped up to be Captain America, it would have been Bucky, who is now the fucking Winter Soldier.
Which would have been dope as hell with a cybernetic arm.
Fuck yeah. That would have been the way to go.
With Captain America. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Would have been the way to go. Because he's got the fucking shield to cover his human arm, and he's got a fucking metal arm on the other side.
Does that even go down into his chest? Is that like a man?
It goes like halfway around his chest.
How
kind of.
Yeah.
And then like up over his shoulder blade and shit in the back. So it's like that whole, assembly there with your shoulder and arm and everything. It's like all cybernetic.
Well, I mean, just his whole story for decades. They wake him up when he needs, and then they wipe his memory.
Oh, dude, yeah. Think about that shit. That's fucking horrible.
That's a horror show there, where you're
imagine what they're doing.
You're a living puppet,
But imagine what kind of dreams you have. You got like every time they wipe it. Well, dude, they can't wipe your memory out down to the core, right?
You're going to dream some, but if you go into a deep sleep, a lot of times you won't remember those dreams.
I mean, if it's like an
head trip. That's
if it's like an anesthetic sleep, then yeah, you don't fucking have no dreams. You're just gone.
Well, that's what I'm going for the very simple Toad story for the Bog sequel is a head trip with Cortex. Because
gotcha.
that just presented itself, Why not? We got to get
Cortex. Dude, and that would make total sense with Cortex's power, that he would be able to fucking fuck with your mind.
Exactly. Yeah. And think about the visuals you can do with a mind sort of dreamlike.
Oh, yeah, dude. You could make it all psychedelic-y. And
you're going to think Bog's eating his own mushroom.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Imagine all the ping pong paddles. Yeah. Yeah. Sideways.
That ain't right.
Homer ain't right.
Dog, Homer.
Yeah, well, that makes 2 of us. I'm rarely right either.
Oh shit! I got a sick sense of humor, but sometimes it fucking Homer amazes even me.
Yeah, you sick bastard.
You're sicker than I am. Yeah. That's hard to achieve.
I'll raise your sick and raise you a plague. How about that?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Well, dude, I'm the guy back in the day that like all the frog in the blender jokes, all the dead baby jokes, all the ET. That shit used to crack me up. I loved all of it. Like, no filter, no. I don't give a shit. If it's fun, if it's funny, it's
on my
funny.
mind, do you like the ideal of the whip that beat Midnight's family to death becomes a big weapon for her? That she uses the same whip that beat her parents to death, left at the crime scene. She picks it up and starts using it for a weapon of justice because she does.
Oh, dude. Okay.
Rawhide whip.
I do like that idea, and we have to talk off stream because I've got an idea for it.
Okay.
Just remember this.
I'm into ideals. Okay, I'll
remember you want to talk to Shadow about Midnight's whip. Write it down or something, because I'll forget.
Okay. Oh, Midnight. Title wise, that's a great name. Midnight at high noon.
Oh.
I've got so many titles with Midnight in it. It's awesome. I believe I named her Midnight Summer. I think it's her last name, Summer. I think.
Oh,
and
Mandy will be so proud.
Well, I wasn't thinking of Mandy.
Sure you weren't. No, I'm just kidding.
I might have been thinking about her tatas, but I know. Did I say that out loud? I'm sorry.
Oh, love bug.
Sorry, not sorry. Love bug. Yeah, we got to get Mandy on here at least once.
But we gotta get her out of one of these days.
Well, we have Peter on more, and she'll probably buy osmosis.
I think I can get Mandy on here. I've been backing her big time for years.
Why don't you give me the stink eye?
When
are you going to pay attention to me?
Oh, well, have her jump in your eye. She hadn't been on camera in a while.
Yeah, but I got too much crap in the way. Some of them, those X-Men books I traded you for.
Oh, shit. No, don't let her tread on those, man.
No, hell no. Holy hell, Omar Glitz says. Yeah, you gotta go a long way to beat old Shadow, when it comes to perversion. I'm thinking.
Oh, really?
I'm just thinking out loud. I'm not, no proof, folks.
Like Carrie getting your head, I think.
When we were online, when we were on Omer's first live stream last night, I was reminded that Peter does a lot of logos. So I might have him do a few logos for me.
Oh, wow. I didn't even realize
I'd like to see what he's done with logos, because he could probably get pretty wild with logos.
Oh, dude. Yeah, I didn't even know he was doing logos for other people. That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, you can imagine what his imagination comes up with.
Dude, I've got like 4 or 5 pieces of Peter's art already.
Peter DeLuca or Peter Gilmore?
Peter Gilmore.
Yeah, you're thinking Gilmore.
I've got the first page. I got the first page of Super Dead #2.
I should get Abby on here and put her in the frog hat.
There you go. Yeah, no, I love Peter's work. Did you get it in your hands and you look at it?
See, you're talking about Gilmore. I'm talking about DeLuca.
Well, we were talking about Gilmore a minute ago, and then you switched back.
We did a Jin Saki and we went back to Omer.
Yeah. You circled back around. Yeah,
circle back. I got Jin Saki. Is that incestuous? I don't know. I mean, you travel the world.
Jin Saki is a fucking weird little redheaded thing. So
one big redhead sphincter. I'm just saying.
She was probably a product of incest. I mean, you look at Jin Saki.
Wow.
Yeah. Looks inbred.
The way she acted. I mean, and she's still off her nut. Bro, play on words there. She's still on that. You know, but what can you say? They've lost their freaking mind. If they had lost their freaking mind after the election, I don't know what they're thinking. You know,
dude, it's so funny. They're still fucking crying. It's been what a month already.
oh, they're going to be crying till he takes office. You know, go on before you hit my
It's been
audio cord.
exactly a month.
Knock
It's the 5th today, right? Yeah. So 1 month, and they're still out there fucking. "Ah, look, idiots! He was
January
president for
20th.
4 years, from 2016 to 2020. The world didn't fall apart.
Tell me,
Nobody's gonna believe your bullshit now.
I must know, Shadowhawk, did he or did he not pardon Hunter Biden?
Trump didn't.
No, Biden.
Biden did,
son.
yeah.
I heard he did, and then I heard he reneged on it.
Nah, no. From the last thing I saw, he pardoned Hunter, and he's getting ready to pardon a bunch of more fucking guys that have the potential of incriminating him.
Yeah,
in all kinds of different things.
He might wait till the last day to do that, but then what if he dies in office? I guess
exactly.
It would pass
well,
to his vice
somehow or another, this shit got leaked, dude, and it's a list of like fucking 15 names.
Cheney and Fauci, yeah, probably.
Yeah.
What did Cheney do? What did Liz Cheney do though? Probably a bunch of stuff.
Besides supporting the lie that fucking Donald Trump was a Russian asset this whole time, she's done a bunch of others. Yeah, she's done a bunch of shit behind. All these people were doing shit behind the scenes.
Yeah,
that's technically not legal.
Right.
And they all knew it wasn't, but they knew that they didn't have to worry about it because they were never going to get
Trump on technicalities.
Well, they weren't going to. Once Biden got in office, none of these fucking prosecutors or anything, even doing anything out of line that they did, they knew they weren't going to get prosecuted for it. They couldn't find anything that they could make.
If they could, they would have already done it.
They could. That's why they tried to kill him, dude, and then they fucked that up too.
Well, allegedly in Minecraft on YouTube.
Yes, allegedly in Minecraft. But I told you that shit 9 months before it happened. I told you they were going to get frustrated and they were going to go for the fucking Kennedy.
You also said that they were going to steal the election, which they did not. But
no, thank God. I'm glad I was wrong.
Answer Carrie's question for a minute.
No.
What is Hunter supposed to have done?
Oh, all kinds of horrible things.
And I'll be right back. Just answer her question in more in length.
Okay, Carrie. First and foremost, Hunter is a drug addict and a pervert who does, likes to do lots and lots of crack and then get prostitutes and do bad things to them with them. There are also stories of him being on Epstein Island, going to places where they have no age limits or things like that. Oh God, sorry. Hold on. What up? Using his father's influence to make deals and stuff to make money on the side, that like enriches the Biden family. That's a crime, Carrie. I don't know if you realize that in England or not. Ukraine was paying the guy $80,000 to $100,000 a month for his supposed expertise on an oil business of some sort, and Hunter had no experience whatsoever in that fucking kind of business. It was just a front to gain access to Biden, who's the president, so that you could get good deals for your country And the Biden family could make a bunch of money. Also, Hunter is the worst artist that ever fucking graced the fucking planet. Supposedly an artist. And they had people back in the day, not too far back, but 6-7 years ago, he was doing some kind of art exhibition. People were paying like $250,000, $500,000, $1 million for his fucking art. That was just crap. It was just a money laundering operation, so that all that money that they gave to the art would go back to the Biden family. These people are crooked as the day is long. And Rex is abandoned me. Yes, laundering of textiles. The war with Ukraine. So okay, Carrie, you're in England. Look at America and look through history. When we're involved in foreign ongoing wars with like these little shitty fucking sand hole fucking goddamn countries, it's only when we have Democratic president. When we have a Republican president in office, none of these little pissant fucking countries fuck with us. But when we got a Democrat president in office, all these little pissant countries fuck with us. Look it up. You'll see I'm right.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to the Ukraine, that's a multi-layered onion there, because all the lithium,
that's all just putting money in Biden and his friends' pockets.
It's money laundering. It's corruption at the highest level. It's a global.
And look what Biden did fucking right just a few days ago, dude. He fucking executive ordered that it was okay for fucking Ukraine to use long-range fucking missiles that we're providing to them to attack Russia. So before he gets out of office, he's doing his best to try to start World War fucking III and leave that in fucking Donald Trump's lap.
That's
exactly what he's fucking doing, man.
Don't put anything past these douchebags.
Trump don't take over until almost the end of January, Kerry.
Mm-hmm.
January 20th, he takes office. The 6th, he gets inaugurated, but he doesn't take office until the 20th.
Right. I was letting Abby out.
We're 2 months away from there. These fuckers are trying to do as much damage to our country as they can in that 2 months in Minecraft.
Yeah. Oh, no. You're absolutely right about that. You know,
that's the problem with our system. Once the election is over, it should be done. You got to get your shit out. In 30 days, you're out of there, and the new president takes over. Fuck this bullshit where you still get to be in there for another fucking 3 months, man. This is bullshit. What the fuck?
It's only because they're...
gotta build a transition team. And I understand all the crap. But it's just an excuse for them to fucking
So you want less on this presidency, you want less time with Trump. Because if they change it, he'll get less time in office.
Dude, it's not less time in office. You got your 4 years. There's no reason you need to run over into the next goddamn guy's year.
That is part of the 4 years.
Well, yeah, but only because we got such a fucked up system right now. If you win in fucking November, you should be taking office fucking January 1st, the new fucking year. Not fucking goddamn January 20th. I'm sorry. That's just the way I feel about it. All you do when you give fucking people, we need to transition, and we need time to do this. No, all you're doing is giving them time to fuck shit up before the next president takes office, and then he's got to deal with all that shit for the first 6 months he's in there. You're only there for 4 years, dude. If you burn up 6 months fucking just doing nothing, now you're playing catch up the rest of your fucking goddamn presidency. because you're not keeping your promises you made to the people. And that's not even counting all the fucking people that screw you when you're trying to pass a fucking
we
bill
are
through the
entering
Congress.
interesting times. That's for sure. It'll be
Oh,
interesting to
dude,
see
it's
what he
gonna.
does.
I'm hoping that Trump accomplishes a lot, but
Well,
I'm
I
not
mentioned
quite.
that earlier today that I thought that Trump's got nothing to lose, and I think in a good way.
Yes,
The last election, I mean the election before last that Biden supposedly won, maybe will make this 4 years even better than it would be if he had consecutive back-to-back presidency.
Well, we're in a much.
He's out. He's got the eye of the tiger this time, brother.
Well, yeah, and we're in a much better position. Oh, here's the clean.
Yeah, as far as the House and the Senate
yeah, because we own the House and the Senate. I mean, there's still going to be problems.
And a lot of the old guard has left Shadowhawk, so that helps.
Yeah,
too.
Yeah, and quite a few of them died off this year too, which helped.
Died off, right? Yeah, and good riddance to bad, rubbish.
Good riddance to bad rubbish.
Yeah. Anyway, we're gonna get out of here and talk a little whip, and I got to get Abby back in anyway. It's damn cold out there, folks. It's in the 20s probably.
You got shit. She's still outside.
She's still outside. Yeah, she's gonna go on. She thinks she's in Australia. She's gonna go on a walkabout. What the hell? Anyway, I'll be right back. Say our goodbyes for us. Keep collecting. Love you. Thank you, Carrie. Appreciate it. We'll implement that after I get done with my free 20 hours.
We'll see you tomorrow.
And see you tomorrow. Bow. Don't go anywhere, Shadowhawk.